Hello, Serious Survivor here. And today we're gonna set up a 14-man, 4-room tent. And we're gonna set it up on this location right here as we see. So it's fairly level ground. It's the Ozark Trail 14-person, 4-room tent. We're gonna set it up and see if it's worth, you know, the price that it cost. I picked it up on clearance for like $69. I got this at my local Walmart. And it's very heavy. Picking it up, it's a little bit over 40 pounds. So this isn't something that you're gonna carry way off the trail, that you're gonna go way out in the middle of the woods with, for 2 reasons. One is the mass, and the second reason is it's just too big to set up anywhere. But it could serve as a I hate to say permanent, but a longer term type of shelter, giving people a little more room to move around in, a little more room to store some things in. Could be used for a lot of different reasons. So we're gonna set it up and see how long it takes, and then look around the inside and check it out.
So are you ready to rock? Fella, don't ever stop. We are on a crash course of freedom, and we can go as long as we want. Yeah. Jump fast, let go. Hands up, wind blows. Soundtrack, stone cold. We'll sit back and turn it up. Here we go. Calling all my friends for a host. Revving up the engines.
And here we are about done. About 30 minutes into the job, wasn't too bad. And we're gonna do a quick walk around here. You can see all the rooms. It's actually a pretty big tent. Justin's finishing pounding in the stakes to get it good, smooth across the ground. May have to make some minor adjustments, but overall, it's looking pretty good. Any one of these doors could be used as the main entrance. It's got 4 rooms and then a big center room. So let's go inside and check it out. Got the first room here. And as you walk into the center room, then you can see the main entrance there. This is the one that's designed to be the main entrance. So you have this large room, which I'm gonna estimate is about 12 feet by probably 6 feet. And in the center, it may be more of a octagon shape. Going to the other side and exit here. So what makes this pretty cool though is that you can zip these down, secure your own little room in there, and basically you got a way in and out. So you have 4 different entrances. Has small little windows in each room, and below the windows some pouches. Let's go out this side. Screen doors. And this thing wasn't too hard to put together. It consists of 4 rails on the top here that went through a center strap, and you tie those together and they go into these brackets here. And as you can see, you got 4, 1 for each side, and then actually it's 2, one a big one and another big one across the middle, centered, tied in the center, joining at this bracket, which goes straight down to the pole. And for the other sides, the other cabins as it's called on the book, you can see you have 1 piece going across the top here that goes to just a 2 bracket, a double bracket, down to the ground. And it's the same construction all the way around. You have extra tie downs. We're gonna have to make some adjustments because the edges of the tent are coming up here and I want to get them flat to the ground. Justin's working on that right now. But as you can see, maybe a better view of the top right here. Now it's netted on the top, as we can see, but it does come with a cover, and we're gonna put that cover on in just a minute. And there's Justin hard at work. And overall, it depends on what your needs are. If this is something you want to set up, somewhere locally, somewhere close, definitely is something good. It's not anything that we could even consider taking, bugging out, unless you were loading down a vehicle, of course. But to rate this so far, I'm gonna leave it set up for about 2 weeks, and I'm gonna let it sit out here in the weather and see how well it holds up to that, because we do get a lot of rain and all here. But overall, if I had to grade this tent, I would say the ease of putting it up, it's very easy. It only took us a few minutes. It takes longer to pound the stakes in to, level it out a little bit more than it did to assemble the tent. So very easy to assemble. Some drawbacks to it, the material is a little thinner than I would like. It's definitely not like military canvas material. I would say it would hold up for a while. You probably get a few good seasons out of it. As far as a long-term shelter, I could see it serving that purpose, but the only way I would trust it to serve that purpose is if I actually covered it with a very heavy-duty tarp. We have the rain tarp over here that comes with it, and we're going to put that on in a second and get some pictures of that. But if I were going to use this for anything other than overnight or a couple of days, I would definitely get a heavy-duty tarp, a large heavy-duty tarp, and I would stake it and keep it just slightly above, just slightly above the tent, and just sort of shelter it with that tarp to keep the elements off of it. And then you might have something that you could consider roomy enough to sleep comfortably in for a long-term survival situation. The mass of it though, that's the biggest drawback. 40-something pounds, really heavy to carry, big bulky container, not something you're gonna throw in your pack, not something you're gonna carry on your back. You could, but it's just not practical. If you're in a vehicle, yeah, something we could take somewhere for our long-term needs. But this is the first of 2 parts in this video. The second part is coming back in about 2 weeks and see how this is held up to the weather. So we're getting ready to put the tarp over it now. We still have a little more to do down here. Don't have a really good, doesn't meet the earth very well, so we're gonna adjust that slightly now that it's up. I like it so far. For, what it's designed for. See, it has 2 straps on each side, and also right here, somebody did not. See, the tarp will fasten to these hooks right here. The tarp fastens directly to those, and that holds it in place. To tie those down, got a couple of tie downs here that we missed. Gonna have to get strap. 2 more tie downs we're gonna have to get on there. So we got a little bit left to do, but overall went pretty smooth. Been out here not even an hour. 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and that's including just sitting there for a minute. We know it's roomy, we know it's big, and it looks pretty good, but on the same hand, how does it actually perform? and that's what we want to know. So that it zips at the top and the bottom. I know most tents do, but I've run across a couple that don't, and that's something you have to watch out for. Well, keep an eye on the channel. We've got a lot more coming out. This is the second part of this video. Got our bug out into the woods coming out very soon, and also some survival videos in the Appalachian Mountains, Sumter National Forest. Working on those right now. And part 2 to this video will be how well this tent actually holds up to weather. So we're gonna finish it off here. Thanks a lot for watching, and for now, Serious Survivor out.